When the games begin this fall, they will look and feel much like they always have. But make no mistake, it's anything but status quo right now in college athletics. After decades of resistance, the NCAA and its membership are finally embracing change. Players are getting NIL, they can transfer as many times as they want, and soon they'll be getting paid. But just how much do they deserve? And at what cost? Those are two of the questions we've been asking university presidents, administrators, coaches, athletes, and even lawmakers for more than 2 months, trying to explain the complex issues facing intercollegiate athletics today. Tonight, we start our 7-part Paid to Play series on how the game has changed for athletes and the universities they represent. But before we look at where things are headed, we have to address how we got here and why the entire model is under attack.
Bring him out, Smokey.
When you experience the pageantry of a college football Saturday,
He's got to put it up.
or see the madness of the NCAA tournament, college athletics seem as healthy as ever.
The game has never been better. The game has never been more watched. It has never been more exciting.
But behind the scenes, the entire model is under attack.
The system was perceived as working very well. Young people came in, they had opportunities, things changed, the money changed, societal expectations changed, and adaptation was slow.
You know, there have been mistakes the NCAA had made over a long time, and so the pendulum just swung kind of wildly the other direction. The whole environment is just rather chaotic and way too transactional for what I think is an area of our university that really emphasizes the development of character.
Everybody is wondering what can be done to create stability moving forward. Anytime you talk about changing the economic model for the student athlete, there are a lot of questions.
The first blow to the NCAA model dates back 4 decades. In 1984, the Supreme Court sided with the University of Oklahoma in a landmark case that ruled the NCAA's restriction of televised games violated antitrust law.
136 consecutive shutout here.
With schools then able to negotiate their own TV deals, interest and exposure of college athletics grew rapidly. In 1985, Division I football and basketball raised approximately $963 million. By 2016, the television rights for the men's basketball tournament alone was $1.1 billion.
The law tends to move people toward more freedom. And more freedom means they can choose to take the path that gets the most money. People have rights, and if they want to sell their media rights, they have the freedom to do that in this country.
Even as revenue in college athletics skyrocketed, the NCAA maintained that athletes getting paid would violate the very concept of amateurism. But with TV rights money bloating contracts of coaches and administrators and building lavish facilities across the country, student athletes were determined to get their fair share.
You can have this great amateur framework, and I think it's the dream, right? Like, everybody wants college sports to be your buddies at college fighting the jerks from the college down the road and bringing glory to your school. And in the old days, I think that's what it was. You know, you had people show up, they'd grab a team, it was almost intramural. But then recruiting started and people wanted to get the best players for their teams. And then the TV deals got more and more and more lucrative. And now it's a multi-billion-dollar industry where everybody except the kids at the heart of it are making out. And it just doesn't work.
A series of court rulings in favor of student athletes over the past 20 years have led to the increase in the value of their scholarships, freedom of movement from one school to another, and the opportunity for them to benefit from their name, image, and likeness. On July 26, the NCAA formally filed documents to settle the lawsuit brought by former Arizona State swimmer Grant House, agreeing to nearly $2.8 billion in NIL back pay to former student athletes and paving the way for a new revenue-sharing model where players can get paid.
Everybody would say there's a clear line of demarcation between amateurism and professional sports. Well, there are some things about that old definition of amateurism that are changing, and we have to accept that.
We need to have a balance in making sure that we just don't become a kind of a mini farm professional operation that move away from the main purpose of our higher educational institution, that is to educate and to give and make sure when students leave they have a degree and a way to support their families.
With the landscape shifting, the NCAA must now focus on what it wants to be in the future and not what it was in the past.
We are navigating uncharted waters. And that's okay. I mean, that's part of the excitement of leadership, but it's also part of the pressure that exists.
Too much of our argument over the past 10 years is, oh, we can't do that because the whole enterprise will fall apart. Well, we've proven that this is a really strong enterprise. It's not going to fall apart. We shouldn't be afraid of our future. And let's just figure out how it works, and here are our parameters.